Let's take a look at the starters for the NU Bullpups: 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 𝔑𝔞𝔫, Prince Baraka, 𝔐𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔫, 𝔍𝔬𝔫 and the MVP, 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔫. As for the Adamson Baby Falcons, it will be Justin Garcia, Earl Medina, Mark Esperanza, Vince Reyes, and JC Bonzalida. Our referees for today's game number 2, Fernando Mañalac, Molly De Luna, and Jaime Revano, as we are live here in a jam-packed Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Jaime Escalon together with my partner, Coach Juanito Gregorio. Well, first things first, Coach, a jam-packed crowd. And if you're Adamson, you're 1 game away after 31 years of waiting. There's a sense of pressure to that.
Of course, you know, they are here to win it, but you know, in a game that's jam-packed like this, the setting is totally different. It puts a lot of pressure on you. And of course, winning in a game 2, in a sweep, is a lot of challenge. But I'm sure Coach Mike Fermin put in a lot of focus on them just playing basketball in today's ballgame.
As for the NU Bullpups, led by 𝔬𝔬𝔪𝔢𝔰, we have not seen him smile in today's game, in today's warm-ups, as we are underway. Adamson will get first possession. Bonzalida will give it to Reyes in the middle. Vince, the handoff to Esperanza. Guarded by Roma, picks up his dribble. Reyes attacks 𝔐𝔬𝔫, looking to kick it out. The ball will remain with the blue shirts.
Well, that is one attack that they have to be careful about. Vince Reyes loves stretching that floor. He wants 𝔐𝔬𝔫 to close out, eventually maximizing that driving lane. So, and you really have to be able to adjust on those drives by Vince Reyes.
Shot clock down to 2. And that was a bailout foul there with the shot clock left with 2 seconds.
Need for them to be able to foul late in that shot clock. Fresh 14 for Adamson right here.
Coach Mike Fermin, Coach Kev De Castro. It's going to be a chess match between these two coaches. Esperanza with a hezi. Reyes from the corner. Can't put it in, but the crowd was ready to explode. Roma looking to organize the offense. We'll send it to Baraka. They're looking to give it to 𝔐𝔬𝔫 in the low post. 2-man game. Baraka drives. Baraka, basket and 1.
You know, in a game like this, it's the X factors that need to be able to step up and show that there are a lot more threats in their offense. Prince Baraka might be one of those guys here in game 2.
Look, how about that first possession? Usually we would see them give it to 𝔐𝔬𝔫 in the low post, but it was Prince Baraka off a screen and roll.
Well, I think Coach Kevin wants to surprise everybody that he has a deep lineup. All eyes are on 𝔐𝔬𝔫, but this is a team with a lot of talent. So Coach Kevin might be able to utilize everybody here in game 2.
As Baraka completes the 3-point play opportunity, JC couldn't hand it off to Medina. Reyes will try. Garcia. Shot fake to Bonzalida, falling away. Won't get the bounce. 𝔐𝔬𝔫 with the rebound.
For execution, not yet on the side of Adams to start the ball game.
They give it to Baraka once more. Lepasena and 𝔐𝔬𝔫 working in the low post with screen action. And a foul inside was called.
I think the game plan of Adamson is to front 𝔐𝔬𝔫, not allowing him to get that ball down low, but they have to be careful with their foul troubles here in game 2.
Interestingly, speaking more of 𝔐𝔬𝔫, we didn't see him smile. Sometimes that MVP award can get into your head in such a big game, Coach.
I think he just wants the championship more than any individual award. 𝔐𝔬𝔫, he was called for that MVP. You were right, we were together earlier. But he was just locked in on warming up, wanting that win today, and that is the leadership that 𝔐𝔬𝔫 is bringing for AD right here.
Adamson pulling the chair. 2 seconds remaining. Garcia has it. Garcia in transition, sidestep beauty.
And I have not seen a crowd celebrate like this full season long. Justin Garcia wants to involve everybody here in the ballgame.
The skip pass to Elijah. UC scoop layup, won't get the bounce. Lepasena with the putback.
So far, energy of both teams have been on point here.
2 minutes has gone by. A 3-point lead by the Bullpups. A travel is called.
Adamson, they want Inigia to start the ball game right here. But let's watch this fast break right here. What a beautiful sidestep. Just calm and basic. He has perfectly timed on the other end. A good defensive rebound by 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰 to extend the lead.
The steal by Garcia. Garcia tried to go for the post against UC. And now he is asking for a review as referee saying he was out. That ball was checked out. 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰 receives a switch against JC. Now has the taller Medina with him. Baraka, two-man game, finding the roller. 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 with the catch. So Prince Baraka forcing to create here early on in the first.
Baraka getting a lot more time for that basketball to start the ball game. That's going to be huge. I think that's going to be the second personal foul on JC 𝔤𝔞𝔦𝔰 right here. You don't want your guy that is mainly tasked to deny 𝔐𝔞𝔰𝔪𝔢𝔰 to get too early foul.
Perez will replace JC 𝔤𝔞𝔦𝔰, like Coach Juanito said, with two personal fouls early on in chapter number 1. 𝔐𝔐𝔞 challenging Perez, back to Baraka. 𝔐𝔐𝔞 tried to bank it home, then 𝔑𝔕𝔤 fighting for the rebound. It ends up with UC with a recycled 14. Baraka for 3. 𝔐𝔐𝔞 the rebound. And a travel is called.
The aggressiveness of 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔰 here. Every basketball that is flying, he is going for it. He is jumping for it. He wants every possession possible to go the side of the white.
Esperanza with a burst of speed with some jelly.
And how did you describe him early on?
Poetry in motion.
And that is exactly what he did right there.
𝔐𝔐𝔞 hands it off. UC from the corner. And he's struggling from beyond the arc early on. Medina rejected by 𝔐𝔐𝔞, but the referee is saying that will be a goaltend.
So every time they're running the break, they are going to their spots perfectly. But just watch this again. I don't know how many times you can say poetry in motion, but I want to repeat it. And on the other end, a good fast break coming from Earl Medina. Now the lead is going to the blue and white.
Adamson with their first taste of the lead here, 6-5. Baraka jab step. Prince was fouled. Almost got the 2+1 special. That will be 2 more free throws.
Start the ball game right here. Prince Baraka has been doing the damage offensively. He is trusted on that offense. He is holding that basketball much more often. He is the one asking for screens and doing those attacks. Adamson needs to be able to adjust on Prince because this guy can score. He has had a few double-digit games here in the season.
Prince Baraka in and out on his first attempt. Baraka goes 0 for 2. Baraka only played 8 minutes in game number 1, did not score. Garcia drives baseline, whips it out to O'Malley, the extra swing. Reyes with 9 seconds on the clock. Vince backing down Elijah. Reyes, the fall away, rattles out. It ends up in the hands of 𝔐𝔐𝔞. And now NU in transition. UC drives, and UC was fouled. NU's been getting to the line in the past couple of sequences, Coach. So there's that aggression with them, although Elijah UC is down right now.
Hard drive by Elijah, but he seems to have had a bad fall. He hit his head on the floor.
We'll check in for 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, along with Gene Carrillo, who was the X factor in game number 1 with 13 big points. final series like this, Coach, this is the fourth game they're facing each other. So now there's that X factor you're looking for na hindi kasama sa game plan or hindi kasama sa scouting report.
You're gonna scout the stars. And if you have been going up against each other for 4 games already, you know who they're gonna go to, you know the tendencies of the stars, you know their shooters. So this is the time where someone has to step up. Someone has to be able to show that surprise, I'm also a talent for this team. And these are the guys where we are going to be looking at. And so early on, it was 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, in game 1, it was 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 was able to surprise everybody.
Careless pass by Umali. Alfanta, the go-ahead. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 floats it up and banks it home.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 today, like he's not in high school. This guy is a very good leader for NU. That's why he is trusted as the captain. Will be very huge in today's ball game.
Carillo, the kick out to Reyes, the swing to Medina, package delivered.
That is his spot every time. Medina is open on the corner. He will take it, he will make it.
Continuing his hot shooting performance from that fourth quarter in game number 1, 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 having a difficult time against the Perez wall.
Perez right here. Alan Perez was trusted after JC Monzalita had 2 early fouls. But right now, his height can match up with 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰. That is a good stop coming from Alan.
More than halfway done here in our opening quarter, a 1-point lead from the Bullpups. Reyes, here's that patented shot fake. Reyes, the spin, last second pass. Perez, that's a tough shot against 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. Chad Cartel checking in for the first time. A quick foul was called. That will be on Alan Perez, which will put Adamson in the penalty. That will mean 2 free throws.
All the fouls of 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 has been off ball. It's their denial that they need to be able to adjust upon, as that is the 3rd foul off ball of 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰.
This is the 6th personal foul of Adamson. 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 can't trickle it in. What a season it has been for 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, as Marcus Esperanza resting right now. He goes 1 for 2. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 putting the clamps on Umali. He finally gets it across. Reyes hands it off to Medina. Medina for 3, puts it in.
This guy is ready to win the championship. Every time he sees an open space, he is taking that 3. The trusted shooter of Adamson today.
A wild pass by Chad Cartel. Check that, this is a long 2 by Earl Medina.
That's a tough shot. Not even off balance to the right. But the defense was sacking off, waiting for a drive. That was enough space for Earl Medina to get that shot off, tying the ball game.
Medina now with 6 points. Commissioner Javi Nunag and Deputy Commissioner Mariana Lopa in attendance. Perez looking for his point guard. Reyes will hand it off, fakes the handoff. The swipe by Nepasena. Now 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 is running. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 had nowhere to go. Adamson regains possession. In terms of the flow, Coach, it's been a rugged style of basketball here.
It's just really the aggressiveness of both teams. You feel the aggressiveness, but because everybody is aggressive, there will be a tendency to be a lot of turnovers and a lot of bad decisions. So far, both teams are having both of those.
Look at the turnover story. We have 6 for NU, 4 for Adamson. In the first 3 games that they faced, those turnovers has haunted the Bullpups. I mean, in game number 1, NU had 25 compared to the 9 of Adamson in terms of turnovers. Abayon drives. 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰 thought about it. Corner 3. Gets back of the iron. Perez gives him an extra opportunity. Medina, heat check. Heat check.
That is the third 3 of Earl Medina here in this quarter. That third one was well challenged, but he already has enough confidence for him to be able to make those.
He is 4 for 4.
Chad Cartel right in front of him, but Earl Medina just proving that he is red hot to start the ball game right here.
He was red hot in the 4th quarter of game number 1. Having the same venue just a couple of hours later, and he still remains hot here, now giving Adamson a 3-point advantage.
Right here, they want Earl Medina to get that basketball.
Mali, acrobatic layup. Palanca just checked in. He will tally a rebound. Tom Pelado, hang time.
This is the first time I'm seeing Tom Pelado. They need an energy, and this guy has always been able to provide energy for NU. And this may be one of the X factors for the Team Nazareth right here.
Murillo maximizing that Perez screen. Tried to go for the pocket pass. Ball stays with the Baby Falcons.
Watch that again. Tom Pelado utilizing that slow to quick motion. He was able to make 3 blue shirts jump just enough for him to make that layup.
Garcia quickly inserted back in by Coach Mike Fermin. Garcia sends it out to Carrillo. Attacks the middle. Emergency pass. Garcia has 4 seconds and he stepped. Check that. That is a travel.
Defense coming from it, not allowing any drive of Adamson. They have been going to that dribble drive early on. That time, that was a good stop coming from the NU team.
Garcia was named Mythical 5 member of season 86. He did struggle that last game though, 1 for 8 from the field. But had 7 assists.
Sometimes it's not really the numbers, it's just really the impact he brings whenever he is inside the court.
Cartel can't hit the 3-pointer. Alfanta looking to attack, sends it back to Cartel, the inside pass to Palanca, and Palanca gets caught with a travel of their own.
That is the strength of NU. They are longer in terms of their front court compared to Adamson, so they are looking for that inside attack. But Adamson just doing a great job on closing down on the inside. So far, both teams really planning out, really scouting each other very well. But the turnover stories right here are hurting both of these teams.
Carrillo, 2-man action with Abayon. Jean to De Jesus for 3. Can't knock it down. Pelado pushing down court. Tom with no numbers. Palanca won't get the bounce. And it's Adamson's turn to run. They give it to Abayon, and volleyball season coming in hot.
That is a middle blocker block coming from Collins and Koe, but that was good timing coming from Collins. He knew that someone was driving off the left side. Good timing, good anticipation, good stop for NU.
Garcia isolated against Pelado. Garcia with some post magic.
Justin Temple and Garcia showcasing his experience right here. Single coverage on the post, able to get that fadeaway shot.
Garcia now has 4 points in the ball game. Palanca has the seal and goes for the hook shot. That time too strong. Tumaneng just checked in. Less than a minute remaining here in our opening quarter. A defensive game so far. Carrillo elevates. That one rattles out. Mac has been quiet so far. Well, not anymore.
He heard you right away. That's a wide open left lane for Mac Alfanta to get that hard finish.
Garcia drives right to Maneng at the free throw line, looking to challenge Akoe. The battle of the bigs. Akoe was asking for a travel.
Watch watch that drive right here. Wide open lane for 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 enough for him to get a takeoff and get that finish. First move for 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 here in the ballgame.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 checking in. In a few weeks, we'll be seeing his older sister, Eliza 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, trying to win another title in the volleyball season. In the meantime, Garcia inbounds from the baseline. Garcia, pull-up jumper, butter!
Composed Justin Garcia now doubling his performance from his last ball game. Already 6 for Temol.
A chance for the Bullpups to take the last shot. Alfanta using the Solomon screen. 𝔬𝔬 kicks it out. Pelado with 3 seconds. Cartel for 3. And that will do it for our first 10 minutes of play. A defensive game we're seeing so far, but how would you rate that first quarter, Coach? Adamson fans enjoying a 3-point lead. And they are leading the series 1-0. But like you mentioned in the first quarter, Coach, it's the X factors for NU keeping them in play here. Baraka with 3 points, Pelado with 2 points. So that's what you want to see for Coach Kev De Castro.
Well, you love seeing everybody step up. We see Pelado, Fred Baraka doing the load of the damage. But 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 only with 1 point here in the first quarter. So a lot of struggles coming from their MVP. But I'm sure with the determination he has, that will change as we see the field goal story right here. A very efficient 47% for Adamson. And only 33% for NU, and they are only down 3 in the first quarter.
Baby Falcons starting the second quarter with a 2-3 zone. Cartel attacked it right away. Now we'll take 2 free throws. Chad Cartel, he is one of those calm veterans for Coach Kev De Castro and the NU Bullpups. One of the highest 3-point shooters in terms of field goal percentage as well.
I just love watching this guy. Every time he's with the ball, he doesn't panic, really reads the situations very well. That is why Chad Cartel is one of the veterans para dito sa NU.
The dog was 1 for 2. Garcia from the back door.
Suggested Garcia a lot more aggressive in getting points here in this ballgame. After only having 3 points in game 1, he knows that he needs to be able to contribute a lot more for them to finish the series here in game 2.
Sahili with locked-in defense. Malaka to Alfanta. 𝔬𝔬 left-handed layup. Will get the bounce. That's just a talented move.
You cannot give Alfanta a takeoff point because whenever he is up top, it's going to be an easy finish with the creativity of Alfanta.
Carillo using the Abayon screen. Sahili open. Shot fake. Drive. Floater. Solomon crashes the boards. Abayon was ready for that bullet pass. JR will look to give it to Garcia. 2-man game in the middle. Garcia rejects the screen. Justin off step. Sahili to Abayon. Bullpups closing in on the shooters. Garcia step back. It's back of the iron and Tom with the rebound.
Starter points right here. Everybody from that starting lineup scoring all of the points of Adamson, and on the other end, only half of the scoring coming from the starters here in the
Too much velocity on that pass by 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰. Interestingly, coach, turnover story for Adamson, now with 6. And last game, they only had 9, so that's something they have to keep an eye on.
Well, Adamson, a lot more energy. They are excited, and sometimes yung gigil na yun will turn into turnovers. But you see their adjustment right here, a lot more calm in their half-court sets, not rushing anything, and a lot less turnovers in the last 3 minutes of this basketball game.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 is trapped, sit. The emergency pass to UC, Elijah, at the nick of time, gets it across. Alfanta using the 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰 screen. Mac has 4 points and make that 6.
Alfanta now being the main scorer of NU. We were talking about this in the pre-game huddle that Alfanta needs to do a lot more damage, and he is already with 6 points in the ballgame.
Foul by 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰𝔰.
Watch that again, late help. He liked that switch because he knew that he had the physical advantage against Abayon, getting that up, getting that through.
Alfanta came to play despite his partner in crime, 𝔍𝔬𝔭𝔲, with just 1 point, still without a field goal. They are tied at 19 apiece. Meantime, Esperanza, the bounce pass, Sahili couldn't handle. 8 seconds to shoot. Medina, another 3!
And Earl Medina doesn't care that we are in the second quarter. He is the first guy in double digits and keeping his red-hot streak here in the ballgame.
Earl, the Pearl Medina, coming in hot. Now with 12 points in the ballgame. And now, on the defensive side of things, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 opts for the floater. That one too strong. Esperanza now has it. Esperanza putting the Jets on. Finds 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰. 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰 will try.
This is such a scary sight if you have 𝔑𝔫𝔦 and Medina on the court, because they can stretch out the floor just like that. And you see the smile of Earl Medina. He is loving this action right here.
𝔍𝔞𝔪� will be inserted back in the ball game. Earl Medina, as we now can confirm, is ready for the seniors division.
I remember us covering his first game in the UAAP juniors, and he was already red hot from the get-go. We even called him the fireman because every time a team is getting a rhythm, he is the one that will stop and get a bucket. And right here, he's not a fireman because he's causing fire for Adamson here in this ball game.
Reyes hobbled by the Twin Towers. Umali contested, and shot clock will expire.
Just a little late on the awareness of the shot clock right there. So fourth shot for Adamson.
Full court press by the Baby Falcons. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 sends it across to Usop to provide some instant offense off the bench. Usop now to 𝔍𝔬𝔪. Help defense was there from Reyes. They locate UC. Usop catching fire. Esperanza running the break. Esperanza was fouled, and he will take 2.
Adamson right here. They're forcing Eddie to take those outside shots. Here first, that foul on Mark Esperanza. So the game plan of Adamson is every time that 𝔍𝔞𝔪� is getting that basketball, quick double, force him to kick it out and make the shooters of NU take those shots. So those open shots have to be made. To 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔗, so there was no need for them to really get a lot of shooting from the outside. But in a game like this, in a championship situation, your shooters have to step up, and you have a lot of them. You have 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 you have 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 lot more focus for the shooters to have that confidence and rhythm to take those threes.
Mark Esperanza knocking down his first free throw. Like we mentioned in the pregame, what a spectacular fourth quarter he performed there in game number 1. It's really the 0 turnovers for you, Coach.
Yeah, this guy is just instant energy and instant buckets on a very efficient clip. Mark Esperanza, even with a fancy game, knows how to be efficient inside the court.
Usually a player with his caliber and his style, not turnover prone, but 0 turnovers in the biggest game yet.
Just pure basketball IQ coming from this kid from Marikina.
Pelado playing point guard. Pressured high by Umali. Solomon was not set on that screen.
A miscommunication right there. Solomon was trying to get his screen set. Now Pelado moving right away. So sometimes it's just a little of the miscommunication between the guard and the screen setter that will force a charging call.
With 4 minutes gone by, Adamson winning the quarter so far, 7-5. Sahili looking to stretch out Akoe. Reyes for 3. It's front of the iron. Vince Reyes has not gotten going just yet here.
Well, not yet his offensive game right here, but Vince Reyes has been making the biggest difference on the defensive end. So I'm sure Coach Mike Furman will be continuing the transparency involvement.
Sa fourth quarter pa daw siya pupunta, Coach.
9 again. You gotta commend this Adamson team. You look at the lineup inside the court. Vince Reyes is playing that 5 position, who is at least 3 inches taller than Palanga and Solomon and Colin Sakoe. Yet they are able to control the pace and the rebounding right here. It's just pure effort on Adamson.
A quick knockout play to Colin Sakoe for his first basket of the ballgame.
That's field goal for Colin Sakoe here.
Reyes not wasting any more time. And Palanga was prepared for the attack. CJ cut off by Solomon. Medina with 8 seconds. Medina swings it. Sahili misses. And a rebound by Solomon.
But it's a coverage by NU, stopping everybody and staying by the side of every ball handler.
Sahili gambled. And Akoe overcooks it. Reyes running the break. Reyes finds a lane. Reyes was fouled. Or check that. That is clean by Elijah UC.
Oh, that is a perfect block coming from the defender right there. Vince Reyes attacking hard. And Elijah UC with that clean swipe up top. That ball will return to the white and gold.
Elijah UC was loving that one. He was yelling when he got the block. Timeout is called here. Adamson up by 3 with 4:46 remaining.
Jason Castro in attendance here in today's ball game. Coach Tom of the UP Fighting Maroons as well.
Let's call a spade a spade. They are scouting right now for potential talent.
They are going to have a fun time watching these two teams because talent is in abundance here in these two teams.
As of right now, it's Adamson with a 3-point lead. As we are more than halfway done here in quarter number 2. And that's got to hurt right off the timeout.
That is going to be the 11th turnover of NU that has really been hurting them in today's ball game. That's been their problem. Every time they go up against Adamson, and here in this ball game, it's the same problem that is haunting them. But they are lucky because they are only down 3 here in this ball game.
Just a reminder, viewers, we are watching the best defensive team in Adamson and the second best defensive team in the NU Bullpups. In the meantime, that one rattles in for Mr. Perez.
And everybody on Adamson has the green light to take that outside shot whenever they are open. And Perez now will force the NU team to close out on their shot.
Reyes with the steal. The pass to O'Malley. Give it, go, Reyes. Great sprint down by Solomon. Perez, back-to-back baskets.
Every time Adamson is playing, you just know that their comfort level with each other is just so elite. Everybody just knowing where their teammates will be.
Now an 8-point lead for the Baby Falcons. It's been a dry past couple of possessions for NU. 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔦 coming out of nowhere. He will be shooting 2 free throws.
And everybody, last year in the playoff, 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔦 was one of those big names who really stepped up. But here, just talking about big names, Perez showcasing that he is also part of that lineup and wants to show everybody that he is in it for that championship. 5 straight points for Alan Perez.
Of course, JC Bonzalida was in foul trouble in the first quarter with 2 personal fouls, but a magic bunot with Perez. He gets high fives from his coaching staff with 5 points.
Tumanic and Perez are doing a great job in just trying to slow down 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, giving an opportunity for JC Bonzalida to save his fouls for later on in the ball game.
That's Ian Manansala in attendance. NU Bulldog.
For supporting his juniors right here.
UC misses the second free throw. A 3-possession ball game. Reyes fakes the handoff. Need to drop it down. Tagutongan was prepared. Tagutongan will give it to Alfanta. 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔦 is asking for it at the right post. Tumaneng with great ball denial. Shot clock down to 10. UC drives, kicks. Tagutongan for 3. Knocks it down.
We're talking about the importance of the shooters of NU. And one guy who can really knock it down is their captain, Blaine Tagutongan. Good drive by 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔦. Someone was
turned NU Bulldog.
So the question is, where is he clapping for?
There we go, energy in Coach K. So
Well, he's just enjoying the action because this is a beautiful ball game we are having right here, right before the timeout. The first 3-pointer made by NU after going 0 for 6 to start the ball game.
now they have cut this lead down to just 2 possessions. O'Malley from the corner. Tumaneng with an offensive rebound. Garcia back to Tumaneng, and he will score for 2.
With Towers of Adamson making a huge difference here in the ball game. Earlier, Alan Perez with 5 straight points. Now, 𝔬𝔤𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔦 also joining the scoring club here in today's ball game.
𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔦 at the post, looking to back down to Tumaneng, and was caught with a travel.
You see the smiles of his teammates on that bench because 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔦 is being a big X factor, a magic bunot of someone.
lucky break there for the NU Bullpups because there were two blue players who were wide open for a layup.
A late recovery coming from NU. See Coach Kevin not really happy with them are slowly going down, but they are lucky that the ball will go their side.
A chance for the Bullpups to turn this lead further. Adamson with double figures in turnover. That's very unlikely, Coach. UC finds 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 now with 5 points. Alfanta drives left, cut off by Numali. Shot clock down to 8. UC for 3, puts it in!
Back-to-back threes coming from NU. Now Adamson will be forced to close out on the shooters.
UC and 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 coming in hot here in quarter number 2. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, great closeout by Akoe. Omali. Help defense was there. Emergency pass stolen away by UC. Elijah with a burst of speed. Alfanta to 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 off the glass.
8-0 run by NU right here, gaining back the lead. Good execution, good defense coming from NU.
Abayon looking for Garcia, who's trying to settle things down here after an 8-0 run by the Bullpups. Medina, shot fake. Medina for 3. Pamatay sunog, as Coach Juanito Gregorio will call it.
And he is not done. That was well challenged off the dribble. Earl Medina extending his scoring to 15.
Chad, the quick hands by Garcia. Cartel to Akoe with the bang in the bucket.
That is going to be the strength of Chad Cartel, getting all of the attention and going for that draw pass. Watch that, Earl Medina 3, well challenged by Elijah UC. And on the other end, Chad Cartel making that float, dropping that pass, getting that foul count, and is calling the
NU's offense has come alive. NU's crowd has come alive. They have non-stop been cheering, and I think I saw little dance moves as well from the students.
Everybody enjoying this ball game. It is almost 5 p.m. so uwian na para dito sa mga students, and no better place to go to than the UAAP Juniors Championship here in San Juan.
But what's changed for the Bullpups? Their offense post 5-minute mark has, immensely changed, and has, they've been scoring those 3-pointers.
That 3 by 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 really proved the difference because it gave them an opportunity to close down on the lead. Number 2, to stretch out the floor. And now because the respect of Adamson is on the shooters, this will give a lot more opportunity for Collins Akoe to operate on the inside.
Akoe now with 5 points will not make the bonus free throw. So still a 2-point lead for the Baby Falcons. Less than a minute remaining here in our first half. Garcia swings it to Carillo. Using a big screen into Maneng. Carillo to Abayon. Shot clock dwindling down. Garcia with 3 seconds to work with. Garcia, smooth.
Very well in control of that basketball. Well defended on a usual basis. That may have been a swipe.
You as well. Engineer U is there.
The rest of the NU squad right here in full support of their NU Nazareth team.
So back-to-back MVPs for the Bullpups. Last year it was Reynard Umamoy. This year it's 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢. 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. Give it to UC. Now they can orchestrate the offense here. 𝔍𝔞𝔪� could not handle that pass. That was a dangerous pass by 𝔬𝔠𝔪𝔠.
They have to be careful with those cross-court passes because AdU is really reading that passing lane very well. So it might be better to go for those short passes where they are sure that there will be no turnovers.
Reyes has just checked in. 0 for 4 so far for Vince Reyes.
We know how quick this guy can get hot. That last game, 9 points in the fourth quarter, making the biggest difference for them to eventually pull away from NU.
𝔍𝔞𝔪� will be sent out by Coach Kev De Castro. 2.8 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Esperanza isolated against 𝔬𝔠𝔪𝔠. Reyes comes in screening. Esperanza, the cross sidestep, was fouled by 𝔐𝔐𝔐.
That'll be free throws right here because NU is in penalty.
Check that, that's on 𝔬𝔠𝔪𝔠 with his first personal foul.
Mark Esperanza trying to attack two very physical defenders, a very hard task to do. Yet that time it was his skill that will prevail, getting a foul coming from 𝔬𝔠𝔠𝔠.
So it's 2 free throws for Mark Esperanza. With 8 seconds remaining in our first half. So a warning was called by the referees for the Baby Falcons delaying of game. Esperanza will take 2 free throws. And if you're Adamson coach, you like where you're at with Vince Reyes still scoreless and you're still up by 2 possessions here.
A lot of guys really stepping up big here in this ball game. The two bigs, Reyes, Tumane, and of course, Earl Medina waxing hot to start the ball game. 6 of 6 in the ball game, and in the second half, of course, NU still has to be careful with Vince Reyes.
Substitutions here. Timely substitutions, situational substitutions for both of these teams. With 6 seconds remaining on the game clock, Pelado looking to go all the way. That results into a turnover and a foul was called by the referees. I believe that's on Tom Pelado with 1.1 seconds remaining.
That will hurt it. That will hurt it because number one, you were not able to even get a shot up. And number two, you are in penalty, so that gives an opportunity for Adamson to get 2 free throws. It accidentally hits his foot, and he was just not in control of his feet, running into an Adamson player. A chance for Adamson to get this lead all the way up to 8. Abayon will be going to the line for 2 free throws.
Abayon can't connect on his first attempt. So lucky break there for the Bullpups.
Abayon, one of those guys that you are not really going to see on the stat sheet, but does a lot of small things. Has 2 rebounds and 2 assists here in the ballgame, but was already played 9 minutes for Adamson.
And Abayon with the violation from the free throw line. So it's not just a lucky break, it's a very lucky break for the Bullpups. They almost gave away 2 easy points there to end the second quarter.
And you know, the one guy that can breathe after those 2 misses is Tom Pelado. But that will be lucky because this is still one more chance for NU to actually draw up a play and get a shot up.
Shot across. Cartel will inbound from the opposite side. Let's see what Coach Kemp drew up here. Another unlucky break for the Bullpups because Adamson has a chance to score in their side of the court.
And just a lot of confusing things that is happening right here, but the coaches are quick to say, let's move on, let's move to the next play, as Adamson will be trooping for one last play.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 and the NUNS Bullpups down by 6. We need to get one last stop here in the first half. Garcia to beat the buzzer. And that will do it after 20 minutes of play. An interesting second quarter.
As there is the man with a hot hand, 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔦𝔰 with 15 points, 3 for 3 from 3, and 3 for 3 from 2. Meantime, newly crowned MVP 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 looking to get things going here in the second half, as he only has 5 points to go along with 5 rebounds. In terms of adjustments, Coach, what does NU need to do to force a game number 3 on Sunday?
It's really the execution of their offense. There has been no focal point on the offense. You don't know who is going to step up, but there needs to be one guy to step up and focus your offense upon, so that eventually everybody can adjust and get their baskets in. But it has to be a lot of effort in focusing on their offense here in the second half.
As we welcome you to the third quarter live in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. JC Bonzalida back in the game as well. We did not see him in the second quarter.
JC Bonzalida, 2 early fouls the first 2 minutes of the ball game, yet props to 𝔟𝔤𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 Manning and also Alan Perez for stepping up big time. And what an execution right there by Adam to start the third quarter.
That's just classic ball movement for the Baby Falcons. 𝔐𝔬𝔫 double teamed. UC catch and shoot 3. That one rattles out as Reyes with a great box out.
Adamson really doing a good job. 2 blue shirts boxing out 𝔍𝔞𝔪�𝔰. No chance for him to get that basketball.
Esperanza with a quick first step. Esperanza had no place to go, but the ball will remain with the blue shirts.
Watch this again right here. Vince Reyes picking it out. And what a good screen. Late on the recovery is 𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔦𝔰 giving Vince Reyes a wide open layup to start the third quarter.
We've seen that time and time again to open quarters out strongly. May mga offensive sets talaga itong tinatago si Coach Mike Fermin.
You know, it's just execution really on how they do it. That is a very basic play that has been seen time and time again with a lot of teams, but it's just how they do it to perfection that is what sets them apart from the other teams.
Reyes looking to get things going here. Bonzalida from 15 out. Veroma to Baraka. He had a great start to the first quarter. Give and go to Prince. Baraka, the pivot. That's a traveling called by our referees.
Now NU is going back to their main sets, which is to give that basketball to the post to 𝔍𝔞𝔪�𝔰 and make everybody move after that ball is on the post. But that is a good cut by Prince Baraka, just could not get his footing and will be traveling in that last possession.
Garcia, crossover, spin, fades, blocked by UC.
Good coverage by Elijah Yuti to force a stop there.
First pass to Baraka, UC reverses it to Veroma. Reyes denying 𝔐𝔬𝔪𝔰 that ball as Medina gets the steal.
Once again, it's that cross-court pass that's going to give them a turnover.
Garcia waves off Reyes, likes this matchup against Veroma. Vince blocked by Nepasena from the weak side. Medina for 3, and he knocks it down.
And, you know, our adjectives for 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔤 are already all used up. This guy's just red hot here in this ballgame.
Garcia banks it home. And the 2 leading scorers of the Baby Falcons with 5 straight points, Medina and Garcia, now with a 13-point lead for their team.
The 1-2 punch of Garcia and Medina extending this lead all the way up to 13. It's championship time for these 2 players.
Back after that NU timeout, Adamson with a strong start to the third quarter, led by Garcia and Medina, who has not missed. In the meantime, Chad Cartel going to work right away. He will be taking 2 free throws.
That's the aggressiveness I want to see from NU for them to mount a comeback. I have not seen that in the whole third quarter. Chad Cartel may be the one to make a change for NU.
How about that start from Medina and Garcia? Those two scored 30 of the scoring 30 of the 45 points for Adamson.
I'm sure in the dugout, those two were just hyped up and just wanting that victory for Adamson today, ending that 31-year drought for them.
7 for 7 from the field for Earl Medina.
And those are not easy shots. Those are well-defended shots on Earl Medina. And it's just been that kind of a ball game for Earl Medina right here.
How will NU come back from this 12-point deficit? And has to start on defense here. 𝔐𝔠𝔫𝔦𝔦 guarding Medina. Medina for 3. Are you kidding me?
And that was against the MVP. Well defended, hands on top. Earl Medina doesn't care, extends the lead to 15 and his scoring to 21.
Tagutongan to answer, and he does just that.
Big three from Klein Tagutongan, not allowing Adamson to pull away from the ball game.
That time, Klein Tagutongan making sure that Medina does not get a shot across. Looks like NU is in this box-and-one type of defense, coach.
A full denial on Earl Medina. That is the respect NU is giving on Earl.
Garcia looking to give it to Medina, and the stop there for the Bullpups.
It's a good stop coming from NU. Adamson really wanted to give that ball to Earl Medina. That's why Coach Mike Permin is not happy, because there were a lot of options on their offense in that last play.
Cartel almost loses the handle. Alfanta, rub screen with Solomon. Tagutongan pulls it back out. We'll give it to 𝔐𝔠𝔫. Collins going to go to work right inside for 2.
That are the kinds of moves that gave Colin 𝔐𝔠𝔫 that MVP award, yet we have not seen a lot of those here in today's game.
It's 5 straight points for NU to trim this lead down to 10. Esperanza, 2-man game with JC. Mark floats it up. Cartel with the rebound. So the back box-and-one type of defense seems to be working here for NU early on. Straight to 𝔐𝔠𝔫 they go. Collins looking for cutters. Alfanta was cutting. And the putback is good by Solomon.
Just from the last 3 possessions, Adamson's energy has changed. And they have to be careful because NU can get hot in an instant. This is a very talented team.
We got a 7-0 run for the Bullpups. Reyes in isolation. Shot fake, fall away, patented shot. Tagutongan, the quick swing. Alfanta kicks it out. Looking to use more clock here. Tagutongan thought about it. Now will fire it and drains it.
And the defense of Adamson has changed. They're not closing out. They're not respecting the drivers. That is why this is a very good run that is being played here by NU.
13 points now for the team captain of the Bullpups. Bonzalida, he's been quiet so far. Palanca. Emphatic rejection. Tagutongan to Palanca, and the Bullpups are back in action.
And Solomon, defense to offense, making a stop right there, running the lane, eventually getting the 2.
First, it was Klein Tagutongan to get his 13th point of the ball game. Solomon, manang-mana sa ate with that single block. UNS starters with just 18 points. He has not missed a single shot, 100% from the field, but they are clinging to just this 3-point lead because a run here by NU, a 12-0 run, Coach Juanito.
What we thought was going to be a runaway game for Adamson, a very quick 12-0 run just in the last 3 minutes.
Perez looking to back that one home. Another stop for the Bullpups. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 shifting gears. Ball will remain with the white shirts.
Loving the aggressiveness that is being brought in by the captain, Klein 𝔍𝔞𝔪�, putting in the heart and the hustle here in the third quarter.
And he changed the complexion of this third quarter, Coach.
Oh, he's the captain for a reason. And now too long, too strong on the inside. It's 𝔍𝔞𝔪� getting that easy two above everybody.
Now a 14-0 run. The Bullpups just down by one. More than halfway finished here in the third quarter. The pocket pass to JC. Bonsalida blocked by Solomon. And 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 is down right now, holding on to his right knee.
Something you don't want to see, especially in a championship ball game. You see the little hurt here. Watch it again. 𝔐𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬 was going for a drive. Oh! He turned his ankle after being off balance, so this might be an ankle sprain. He didn't step on anyone. So mag-isa lang si 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢.
Cartel will be sent to the bench. Elijah UC will check in. Cartel looks to be grimacing in pain here, Coach. And the NU fans yelling, "Isa pa" on Sunday. That's Father Danny Pilario, Adamson University president. NU looking to take the lead in this possession. Alfanta met by a Wallen Perez. UC for the lead. 𝔐𝔐𝔫 rejected by Carrillo, but he was fouled, and Jean Carrillo upset right now with that call.
He is asking for a play review, but Coach Mike Fermin will not use his talent right here. See here. Ooh, that is clean. That is clean from Jean Carrillo. Coach Mike Fermin will be saving his challenges for late in the ball game.
This will mean 2 attempts from the stripe from Mr. Collins Akoe. Coming alive here in the second half, Coach.
We were talking about how he needs to step up here in the second half for him to showcase everybody why he is the MVP. And that is exactly what he is doing. Now up to double digits in points with 10.
Akoe takes back the lead for NU after being by as much as 15. Adamson scoreless in their last 4 minutes or so.
And this is a very big 16-0 run going for NU.
Medina closely guarded by Alfanta. After he made that last 3-pointer that brought the house down, NU has not allowed him to breathe here in chapter number 3.
Full denial, not even giving him a chance to get a hold of that basketball in Earl Medina. See the bench points really, 27 compared to only 7 for Adamson. The bench of NU keeping them alive in the ball game, getting them the lead back.
Garcia, 2-man game with Perez. Now has a switch on Akoe. Carrillo, 2 dribbles, emergency pass. 4 seconds to shoot. Garcia to Bonsalida to beat the buzzer.
Very good cut coming from JC Bonsalida. Collins Akoe, the biggest man on the court, was switching up on Justin Garcia, giving an opportunity for JC Bonsalida to get open.
Back and forth, action we go, trading baskets. NU and Adamson. Mac tried to go across court. Medina. The runway is clear for the 2 points.
Once again, that cross-court pass read perfectly by the defense of Adamson that has been killing them the whole ball game. 23 points for Earl Medina.
9 for 9 from the field. He has yet to miss. They're looking to give it to 𝔂𝔂. Alfanta will utilize the 𝔍𝔞𝔦𝔰 screen. Shot clock dwindling down to 4. 𝔂𝔂, high-low play.
Beautiful. 𝔂𝔂 maximizing on that height advantage, seeing a wide open Solomon on the inside.
How about Solomon in this quarter with 6 points and 2 blocks?
Really making a big difference. We were talking about how they needed an X factor, and Solomon has been moving perfectly without that basketball, doing both offensively and defensively here in the third quarter.
Still a 1-point lead, couple of substitutions here for both of these teams as we approach our 2-minute mark of quarter number 3. Ball denial there, Alfanta on Medina. Tried to go bounce pass to Perez, quick hands from Collins. Some entanglement down the floor. And no one wants to get rid of the ball because that is what playoff basketball is all about.
And that is the heart you want to show if you want that championship. Adamson wants to finish it today, and he wants to extend it until Sunday. And that is why every possession counts, as we see here in the replay.
So referees will be reviewing that last sequence. Saktong
Other are sure that their friends and their classmates are in full support here in today's ballgame.
It will be NU basketball here with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Pelado will play point guard. Adamson looking to trap the corners. Almost a travel there from Tom. They give it to 𝔂𝔂 at the right post. A traveling is called.
It's a good call by the referee right there. 𝔂𝔂 was excited for the lane he saw. But that is the play that NU wants. Give it down low to 𝔂𝔂, and then let's operate when 𝔂𝔂 gets that basketball.
NU now with 21 turnovers. That was their 21st turnover. Garcia behind his back. No look pass. Perez, midi. Too strong. Ball being bounced. It ends up with CJ. Romali with 6 seconds. And Garcia caught with no passport on that travel.
Referees have been very sharp in terms of those traveling calls. 14th turnover for Adamson.
That's way beyond their average as well, coach, for the Adamson Baby Falcons.
Usually averaging only 11 a ball game, now already up to 14 here in third quarter.
Another crack for NU to try and take back the lead. They move the ball east to west now with UC. Elijah, the swing to Pelado. Trying to rip it through, but pivot foot wasn't established. So it was traveling very strict here, yung mga referees, coach.
That is the third straight travel on the third straight possession for both teams. Referees' eyes are also on championship mode.
Bringing in the 2020 vision here. And if you're NU, coach, a quick recap of quarter number 2. They did not close that quarter strongly, so we're looking for them to try to get the lead coming into the fourth.
Of course, NU right here are doing a better job in the last 5 minutes of the ball game, but it is the consistency of them to play the same way here in the last 1 minute that will be crucial for them to try and get the win and extend a game 3.
Tumaneng, blocked by 𝔂𝔂. Here comes Elijah to a trailing Palaka, and the ball will remain with NU.
Yeah, good drop pass, good recovery, and What a clean block coming from our MVP, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰.
UC open for 3 inches away from not stepping out of bounds.
That's a good screen, enough to get him wide open. He just overextended a bit on that step back. Ball will return for Adamson right here. A chance for them to get 2 possessions here in the third quarter.
Coach, we've seen different waves here. Para silang surfer. We've seen an offensive waves from both teams. Now we're seeing a defensive wave from both teams.
This call basketball game of runs because of these types of basketball games.
This is what I'm telling you. Now it's a block party here. Elijah UC joining the party.
Very good awareness. Just good timing on that block with the ball Garcia.
Fanta looks like he is in shock with that last call. Referees will be giving a technical free throw here for the Baby Falcons. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 with 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. 7 blocks total for the NU Bullpups.
It'll be 1 free throw, and then the ball will return to Adamson because of the jump ball. So once again, a chance for them to get 2 possessions to end the quarter.
Vince Reyes will be taking that technical free throw. Maybe that's one way to get his confidence going. He has been stopped with just 2 points here, Coach.
But let's remember, he got hot in the 4th quarter. As we see Coach Nash Rosella, we were talking about continuity. Of course, Coach Alan Urbano, our bronze medalist here in UAAP.
Earl Medina being checked out as well. Reyes hesitating with 7 seconds to shoot. Carillo looks at the clock, sees 4. Reyes elevates over UC, still can't buy a bucket here.
Reyes not able to get his usual shots up here. A good scouting report coming from NU.
2 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Alfanta working together with 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰. Tagutongan for the lead. Package delivered.
Tagutongan with a big 3 here in the 3rd quarter.
Garcia kicks it out. Reyes to answer. And after 30 minutes of play, NUNS stunning the Baby Falcons in chapter number 3 to take back the lead.
48-33, that was the when Adamson last won their championship. Yet they are probably 1 quarter away, and UNS getting that lead in that third quarter, 22-15. And again, they were down by as much as 15 points in that third quarter, 48-33. Yet that big run to end that third quarter will give them the lead entering this last frame.
Gonzalita looking for backdoor. JC to Reyes. Mr. Fourth quarter, he had 9 in game number 1. Medina with 8 seconds. Earl to Reyes. He drives, he takes the left-handed layup, and he scores.
That was exactly how we started the fourth quarter in that last game. Vince Reyes scoring 9 in the fourth for them to pull away. And that may be the same story if NU will not adjust on Vince Reyes.
That's his 5th point of the ball game. Vince Reyes looking to activate main character mode in Chapter 4. In the meantime, Alfanta drives, sidestep, playing bully ball inside.
In a time like this is where the stars shine, and Alfanta and Vince Reyes are showing out here in the fourth quarter.
Medina, 2-man game with Vince on the left side. Earl has not missed a shot, step back, gives it to Reyes, guarded by a taller Solomon. 4 seconds to shoot. The pass inside, and before the block, there was a foul on 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬
𝔐𝔫𝔪 had enough space on the inside to get a shot, and he was pulled down. But the question is, will that shot count? Is that lead block of 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰?
𝔐𝔫𝔪 has not scored in this ball game as well after scoring 13. He has been checked here in game number 2.
One of the guys that they really put a focus on defensively in 𝔐𝔫𝔪𝔢. Guy is very athletic, can really drive that basketball, but here in today's ball game, scouted very well by NU.
And the NU students are making sure 𝔐𝔫𝔪 is distracted, but that doesn't matter as we are tied at 56 apiece. UC skips it to Alfanta. Mac looking to give it inside to Solomon. Esperanza was fouled from Tagutongan. And Coach Mike Fermin asking for an unsportsmanlike foul.
Those are the turnovers you don't want to create in the fourth quarter. It's a good drive by Mac, but no space for him to operate. That is a forced pass. And the ball will go back to the blue and white.
Adamson Baby Falcons in a huddle. There's that last sequence. Looks like a veteran play by Tagutongan.
I couldn't see from that angle if someone was way ahead of the ball handler for it to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
How about 𝔬𝔤 Tagutongan for today's ball game, Coach? Easily his best performance in season 86 now with 16 points and 2 assists.
So we were talking about the need for someone to step up, and 𝔬𝔤 Tagutongan has not missed a shot, as well as Earl Medina, 4 of 4 from that 3-point line. The captain coming alive.
Although he will be called with an unsportsmanlike foul, which will mean free throws for the Baby Falcons.
So it's ball possession for them.
So Esperanza will be taking the free throws here.
Stoppages are very huge for Adamson, that as it gives time for Temple Garcia to get a short rest. But on the other end, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 has been here the whole time for NU.
Esperanza goes 1 for 2 as they now hold on to a 1-point lead. It's only been 1 minute and 30 seconds here in the fourth quarter.
That is how physical and how rough and tough this ball game has been.
Reyes hands it off to Esperanza. Back to Reyes all day to shoot. It hasn't been his day just yet.
Vince Reyes struggling offensively here, but he still continues to make a big difference on the defensive end.
They've been going to this pick and roll action with 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 𝔑𝔞𝔦𝔰. Mac floats it up. Almost, but not quite. 𝔬𝔬𝔫 with the rebound.
After that screen, there is a re-screen by Collins and 𝔍𝔬𝔫.
Esperanza, no one stopped ball, but a sorry miss for Esperanza.
Just could not control his rhythm. Too fast going for that offense.
𝔍𝔬𝔫 was stripped by Medina. A foul was called. That's a 4-point swing.
He was just too fast on that fast break. He saw a wide open lane, went for the sprint, yet he was just too fast for him to make that layup. And on the other end, a swipe on the ball. That hits the hand of Collins and 𝔍𝔬𝔫. It'll be 2 free throws for Collins right here.
These are the quarters where boys turn to men. Coach Juanita, these close games with a big crowd and a finals atmosphere.
And these are the times where some guys gets discovered by the coaches. I've seen a lot of juniors players where they did not play a good season, yet all of a sudden after breaking out in the championship gets good careers. So let's see who is the next star to shine right here.
𝔍𝔬𝔫 goes 50% from those 2 attempts as we are tied again at 57. Reyes receives a switch. Carrillo, the extra swing. Esperanza, last second pass. 𝔬𝔬𝔫 with 8 seconds to shoot. And Carrillo was fouled on the elevation.
Gotta commend Gene Carrillo. Even with a dying shot clock, he continues to move without that basketball. That is why there is always an emergency pass going to Gene Carrillo. And he's gotten a lot of those here in today's ball game, especially here in the second half.
Being at the right spot at the right time. Carrillo knocks down his first attempt.
Now breaking out in that last game, 13 points for Gene Carrillo. You see Tebol Garcia getting this much needed rest before going for one last push for them to end this 31-year drought.
Carrillo goes 2 for 2. Now a bit of a cushion here for the Baby Falcons. Solomon receives from the middle. Tagotongan sees a lane. Uso, Meri. Tagotongan with offensive rebound. They strip by Medina. That's his second foul of the quarter.
It's going to be the third foul. Only the second foul of Adamson here this quarter.
So UC in, Usok out.
Very quick rest for Elijah UC right here. Much needed shooter for Adamson.
And the team captain, Tebol Garcia, checking in, will replace JC Bonzalida. A small ball lineup here for the Baby Falcons. Tagotongan. With spacing on the right side. Tagotongan steps back. Solomon leaping for the rebound. 𝔍𝔬𝔫 sealing the deal. The Twin Towers going to work.
Glenn Tagotongan has that confidence because he knows that he has a lot of offensive rebounders right there, and these Twin Towers showing why they are above everybody else.
Garcia with a push-off. And referees not buying that acting job by Tagotongan. They will call a technical foul, which will mean free throws once again for Adamson.
This will hurt because I believe that Klein has already won on sportsmanlike, so I don't know if this will mean something else. So, but that is an obvious block on Klein Tagotongan right here, trying to sell that foul.
It was a big call because that is the third personal foul. A lot of stoppages here early on in the fourth quarter. So look. Falcons with a lot of free throws in the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It's what's been keeping them alive here in this ball game.
Technical is going to be on 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 right here. I thought it was going to get thrown out because he had one on sportsmanlike.
And a disqualification of 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. That is huge for the NU Bullpups. He has been leading the way this entire ball game with 16 points, and after that flopping call by the referees, it's his second technical foul. He will be sent to the dugout. That's a big sequence, big call, coach.
It's going to be very huge because 𝔍𝔞𝔪� has been making the biggest difference right here. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. A +10 on his efficiency rating inside the court. But more importantly, it's the leadership he brings every time he is inside the court. That is why NU has been able to mount a comeback. Question is, who will step up for the NUNS team?
We'll see how NU does without their team captain and leader as they are trailing by 1. Carrillo to Reyes against Akowe for 3. That time too long. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 snatches a rebound.
Seems like Chad Cartel will be trusted as the point guard right here. They're going to be going with size here.
Looks like that ankle is okay for Chad Cartel. Akowe has the smaller Reyes. Elijah using the screen. A foul, I believe, is called. Puts Adamson in the penalty with only 4 minutes gone by.
I think it's only going to be the 3rd foul on Adamson right here.
Check that,
physical,
3rd foul.
Very physical 4th quarter. We're having already 8 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the 4th quarter.
And it has a lot to do with the physicality and the bumps between these two teams.
I think it has a lot to do with the championship we're having right here.
Akowe misses. Garcia looking for more teammates. Reyes trailing. Back to their point guard. 2-man game. Reyes pops out. Drives baseline. Akowe cuts him off. JC from the free throw line. And Chad Cartel looking to slow things down. Only down by a single possession. Cartel to Alfanta. Mac finds an opening. And 𝔍𝔞𝔪� was not prepared for that pass.
Little miscommunication from Alfanta and 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. That was a good pick and roll, but the ball was not given to the right spot. Turnover for NU.
Horns play here for Adamson. Was looking to give it to JC, but Bonzalita was not prepared. Cartel wants Akowe at the post, fronted by Bonzalita. They reverse it to the left side. 𝔍𝔞𝔪� looking for cutters. Alfanta from the handoff. 7 seconds to shoot for NU. UC for the lead. Bottoms!
Elijah UC stepping up when he is needed the most. That was a hard shot coming from Elijah, yet he was able to gather enough space for that jumper.
Back and forth, both teams answering the call. Esperanza dancing with 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. Mark likes this mismatch. Esperanza gets away and he's traveled on that drive.
No space to operate for Mark Esperanza. 2 teams down low. Not able to find a teammate. Watch that jumper right here. Hand up by Mark Esperanza, but Elijah UC able to find a way getting that bucket, getting the lead back for NU.
And Cartel was sent out. Seems to be limping here. So those are your 2 point guards gone for NU. Tom Pelado is their third string point guard for now. Akoe. We'll give it to Pelado. Tom uses the screen. Right off the bench. It is good.
Same spot, same result. That left wing, a huge one for NU in extending the lead to 3.
Garcia the pass to Reyes with the finish. Medina fouling Alfanta.
Tom Pelado maximizing on that screen by Collins 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, a wide open shot. And on the other end, strong hard drive by Tepol Garcia, dishing it down low to Vince Reyes to cut the lead to 1.
A classic of a game 2 we're having right here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Bullpups clinging to a 1 point advantage. Carrillo putting the pressure on Pelado. Tom, the spin, rejected by Carrillo from behind.
Good recovery by Gene Carrillo. They know that Tom Pelado has the license to drive and take shots. Quick Hesse, but good defense coming from Vince Reyes and Gene Carrillo to close down.
Akoe, almost a steal by Carrillo. 9 seconds, the steal completed by Medina. Garcia running the break. He kicks it out. Reyes for 3. Bonzalida the rebound. Reyes back to Bonzalida. In and out.
Sorry, miss for JC Bonzalida. That was a good pass. Wide open on the shot by JC. But Adamson has only made 1 field goal in the last 6 minutes of this ball game. A struggle offensively for the Baby Falcons.
Akoe. Almost a steal. Pelado with 6 seconds to operate. Pelado from deep. And then Coach Jeff Napa telling his team to drive the ball from their bench.
Both teams struggling on the execution of their usual sets. It's championship time. Who will step up for both of these teams?
Reyes looking to use his speed advantage. Did not set his pivot foot. That is another travel call.
Obvious travel on Vince Reyes right there. He wanted to give it to Tepol, but Tepol went for the cut.
And turnovers haunting the Adamson Baby Falcons. Now with 17. Pelado calling out a play. Akoe with some space at the post. Drop step. 2 points. 2 free throws. There's just no stopping Collins Akoe once he goes to that patented drop step.
But it's the time where you want to go to your best talent, which is Collins Akoe. A single coverage on the post, much taller than Vince Reyes.
Akoe has been steady from the free throw line, coach, for today's ball game. Now 5 for 8. A lot more breathing room here. When I say a lot more, it's just two points because it's been deadlocked for quite a while.
This second half has been very exciting after this big comeback by NU. It's been up and down between these 2 teams. And this is actually the biggest lead of NU at only 3 points here in the ball game. Adamson led by as much as 15 earlier in the 3rd quarter, but this comeback by NU is enough for them to get the 3-point lead.
Less than 3 minutes remaining here in our 4th chapter. Adamson down by 3. They give it to Garcia. He picks up his dribble, locates Reyes at the corner. Shot clock down to 7. Esperanza back to Reyes. Now to Garcia. 3 seconds to tie. Back of the iron. And a foul is called on a blue jersey.
Now Adamson is hesitant on their shots. Those were wide open shots for Adamson, yet they were not able to get an attempt there, forcing the last shot possible on that shot clock.
Most probably his biggest free throws of his young UAAP career. And he misses the first.
Solomon a little tired here in the fourth quarter. He has been trusted by Coach Kevin here in the fourth in really trying to get buckets by moving off ball. And he's been playing huge with 6 points here in the ball game. And Jen Solomon, very efficient ball game for him. 6.7 rebounds.
He goes 1 for 2, and it's now a 2-possession ball game. Last 2 minutes of game number 2. Can Adamson storm a comeback here? Esperanza, pressure applied by Pelado. Reyes looking for Garcia. Shot clock down to 6. Garcia double teamed. Reyes with 3 seconds. Garcia. And the shot clock will expire according to the referees.
And the defense of NU has been on point here in the last few minutes. You see here all of the options. Good recovery, good closeout coming from 𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔢𝔰 on the drive. Even 𝔐𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰 is closing out on Justin Garcia. So everything is being closed down by NU here in the fourth quarter of game 2.
Let's see if the kids of Sampaloc can convert from that huge defensive stop. Pelado almost trapped in the corners. Medina telegraphs it. Medina open. Esperanza with a putback.
And Mark Esperanza not stopping on the play. 3 blue shirts to get that basketball.
He cuts his lead down to 2. Pelado with a turnover. That's back-to-back stops for the Baby Falcons.
The trapping zones have been the weakness of Tom Pelado, forcing him to throw that basketball. He needs to stay composed. He has been playing a good fourth quarter. This is championship time for both teams.
A chance to tie or take the lead here for Adamson. We close into the last 1 minute of our fourth and final quarter. Garcia to Medina for the lead. That one far to the left, UZ with an important rebound. Less than a minute remaining in our fourth and final frame. They give it to the MVP. Single coverage. Help defense comes. Overcooked by Colin Sakoe. Garcia pulling it back out. Reyes for the lead. Front rim it goes. It ends up with Akoe. Akoe looking to back down Medina. Garcia with the steal. Garcia sidestep. Can't tie the ball game. Wild pass, couple of sequences. UC picks up his dribble. Solomon looking for a guard. Alfanta. Shot clock is turned off. Adamson needs to foul, and they foul Tom Pelado.
Crazy 30 seconds of UAAP basketball. And this is what championships are all about. Everybody on their feet.
And we mean literally everyone here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Coach, take us through this past couple of sequences.
Everybody just feeling the pressure of this championship. Temple Garcia, good drive, is not able to get the right spin on the other end. 𝔐𝔤𝔫𝔢𝔰 trying to go for a pass, quick double. Good thing he was able to stay composed in getting that pass in.
So Pelado was fouled. Both teams are in the penalty. Tom Pelado is a third-string point guard, shooting the biggest 2 free throws of NU this season.
Clyde Tagotongan, after that technical foul, will be disqualified for the ball game. Chad Cartel nursing an ankle injury. Tom Pelado stepping up big time here in the fourth quarter and staying composed for them to eventually force a game 3. Probably one of the biggest free throws of Tom Pelado's early career.
8.3 seconds remaining on the game clock. Pelado with 2 free throws. The NU Bullpups looking to force a game number 3, a do-or-die game on Sunday. misses the first.
Pressure-packed free throws for 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰 right here, but that will be a huge miss because whatever happens, this will be a one-possession ball game for Adamson.
The door is wide open for Adamson. Pelado on his second attempt. Calm, cool, and composed. A 2-point, or check that, a 3-point lead for a 3-point lead for the NUNS Bullpups. One big stop can force a game number 3. The Adamson Baby Falcons 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter from 3-point land. But they're going to need to make their first one here to try to force overtime or maybe go for a quick 2.
Yeah, Adamson needs to be able to execute terrifically right here. This may be one of the biggest plays that they will be setting up here this whole season long. So let's see what Coach Mike Fermin has set up here during their timeout.
Esperanza with Reyes, Garcia, Medina, and Carillo. He will inbound from the sideline. Esperanza to Garcia. They give it to Medina. Earl back to Garcia. To Esperanza with 2 seconds to tie. And we are going to a game number 3. The plot thickens, Coach Juanito. There will be a do-or-die game for the second straight year on Sunday.
And what a ball game we had over here. What we thought was going to be a runaway game in the third quarter, up by as much as 15 points, was Adamson 48-33. Yet NU turned on the Jets, wanted a comeback, and playing terrifically in the last 16 minutes of the ball game, and now forcing a game.